Everyday hustle like William, I'm charging the chicken just for the verse. Yeah. I get in that kitchen, I could go to work, I go berserk. Yeah.
Hey, America, welcome back to another episode of the Real Spill Podcast, man. I'm your boy, Floyd. Hey, I got a good group of guys with me today, man. Some new faces, some old faces. So I'm going to start to my left, my man, Shed.
What it do, Real Spill? Let's get it.
Don't forget my boy, Will.
Real Spill. What it do?
Light skin, pretty brown eyes himself.
What it do, Real Spill?
And on that far end is the main event. Yo, what's happening? All right, look, I always say that we got a banger, but that's because we don't have no lame topics. So here it is this week, America. If I knew then what I know now. A conversation to our younger selves. So I got a couple questions for the fellas and they gonna chime in, but I want to jump off the porch right off the bat. What is one piece of advice, that hardest piece of advice that you would give to your younger self? And this is on all topics. So wherever it is, if it's finances, if it's women, if it's religion, whatever it is, what is the first thing you would say to your younger self?
I'll go with that one.
All right, go ahead, no kid.
I would say pick and choose who you're going to have a kid by. If I know what I know now, I would definitely choose who would be my kid's mother.
All right, I jump on the next one. I'd say be fearless. Go for anything and everything. Don't hesitate. Don't second guess yourself.
All right. Will and shit. I would say save and invest my money when I was younger instead of blowing it, partying. Yeah.
All right, cuz?
I would say just to pick a different glide path. Having the knowledge of being an engineer, a doctor, a lawyer, more a councilman or president, congressman, those aspirations and shifting that, because we're all smart. And I love LeBron and they saying that we're more than athletes. So athletes only go to those professions because that's their way to get to change their circumstances and their livelihood for their family. And once they get in, then you start seeing them diversified and doing other things, i.e. LeBron, Shaq, a lot of other athletes are doing great things. So if I had the opportunity to really fulfill my full potential of being something greater to my younger self, I would say, reach for the stars and yes, or use athletics as a platform to get you to being something else, to achieve everything else that you have, your attributes that you have within yourself.
All right. Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead, brother.
I wish I would have seeked out a mentor when I was younger to my younger self.
I piggyback off that.
Yeah.
Sure. That he took the words right out of my mouth. A mentor. But me, I would revert back to when I was young, not to always listen to what your uncles tell you. Like find somebody that got something going for themselves and that have a strong mindset, because at the end of the day, like as a kid, you're soaking in, you're a sponge. You soak in everything and you want to be like whoever is closest to you that look like they got something or about themselves.
Yeah.
So like you said, like a strong mentor.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, I think be careful of who you hang out with. You lay down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. So I see the trajectory of my life. I know the moment that it changed. And unfortunately, it was because of poor decisions and wanting to be friends with somebody that really wasn't a friend to me.
Yeah.
And it changed the whole outcome of my life. At least I think that anyway. So that's what I would tell the younger Floyd. Man, pick your friends a little bit more wisely. So let me ask you all a question. Mistakes. What mistake did you make as a kid or a young adult that still has a lasting effect? And again, that's finances, that's relationships, that's
I think my biggest mistake is going to college instead of going to the military. I wanted to go military, but my family wanted me to go college.
Hmm.
And I ain't even finished college.
So I feel like I wasted all that time when I could have been actively pursuing something. You know what I mean?
So no,
So, shit.
what my biggest mistake is not listening to my grandfather when he told me, "You're ready to pretty much be my own boss, be an entrepreneur at a very young age."
Yeah.
And that go back to that fearless thing.
Yeah.
Because I was fearful when he told me that. I felt like I wasn't ready. Like, I hear you, but I don't feel like I'm ready. But he knew I was ready. You know what I mean? And I didn't do it. I waited years.
Yeah.
But if I'd have jumped out there earlier,
Yeah.
I'd been a motherfucker.
So would it be safe to say that you didn't have a path of a goal that you couldn't see, vision?
Yeah.
That he saw.
Yeah.
So if he'd have gave you that vision, maybe that fearfulness would have been fearless.
And he gave it to me. He gave it to all of his grands, his kids too. It's just, I think part of it is seeing that none of his kids took off with it. So when he was pushing it on me, which I'm probably the one that took to him the most and took to what he was doing the most. So he knew that you already doing it. You just need to do it for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just didn't see it, or I couldn't make it materialize for some reason. You know what I mean? And you know, like the older generation, like my granddaddy, they gonna tell you a whole lot of you can do it, but he didn't lay down like, all right, this is step 1, step 2. He didn't do that part. You know what I mean?
Instruction out.
Exactly. If you would have gave me like the instructions on probably how to do it, I probably would have done it.
Gotcha.
I tell you, shit. Somebody told me at one of our events, our production manager, we were walking to an event space, and my daughter, in my estimation, was being too grown. She was all in the Kool-Aid, and I told her to go sit down because that's how I grew up, right? So my production manager, Mr. Kelvin, he said, "Mr. Ford, I don't mean to tell you how to raise your kid or anything, but who's gonna run another good night and or epic when you get old?" And I said, "Probably Caleb and Amaya." He said, "Well, if that's the case, do you think that it's better for them to learn now?" Right. She was probably just trying to learn. And that's the thing, that path. And I was wholeheartedly convicted that the path is right there, and I was going to cut her off of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just really do need that person to just, put you under the wing. You know what I'm saying? And help navigate for you so you don't have them pitfalls. So
That's real.
I feel you on that. Who else got something on a big mistake?
Main event.
Well, for me, I can't say I had a big mistake because I had two great parents that guided me. My life, I think life as you see it, as you know it, we go through things, right? And look where we are today. Look where we are tonight, this evening, sitting here, businessman, doing well for ourselves, families, living in a nice neighborhood. We made it out of the urban area, and
It's the hood, cuz.
yeah, we
Stop trying to be politically correct.
tried
With the urban area.
but I mean for me mistakes, I I I I I don't like to say mistakes because I think everything is a learning tool and it propels you to a different elevation in life. And we all could say what we could have, should have, would have did, but
Yeah.
if I would have went that path, would I be sitting here right now?
It's true.
So a mistake, I'm really trying to play back because I did everything the right way. The playbook was here and I ran. When they told me to zig, I zagged. I did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
The only thing probably that I wish I probably would have did more was ask more. But as a kid, you don't know to ask more. As my parents were great examples, and those are my heroes. Uh, so to see everything that they've done and they've accomplished in their lives, and they was trying to passed that down to me, but they didn't give you the information. So even though I lived it and breathed it every day, I was with my daddy every day. They had a vision for me that they didn't explain. They just dictated to me, hey, you're gonna go to college and this is what you're gonna do. And I'm my own person. So again, I didn't make a mistake because I'm my own person. And I bucked the system and I went my own path. I went into the military and then the rest is history. But, you know, I can't say a mistake. I just wish I would have asked more questions to the reasons why you wanted me to do these certain things. But my old school parents was like, nah, this is what you're gonna do. You paying for it. That's it. End of discussion. I don't have to explain it to you.
Yeah.
They wanted me to do something that I didn't want to do, that I wasn't interested in.
Yeah.
But if they would say, hey, this is a business, that wasn't told to me. That was just like, nope, you're gonna go here, you're gonna do this,
Yeah.
you're gonna stay here, you're gonna run it.
They no whole education behind it.
Yeah, they ain't telling, they just told me that this is what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
But without any explanation is me, I like to know why. And if you can't tell me why,
My side didn't even give me that, bro, because my family was in that business. They didn't even offer me that, like, to even give me guidance to even go down that route. And when it clicked, my mom was like, you can't do that, you know what I'm saying? And that was a whole deviation of a path, like you say. You know what I mean? Think about that stuff too.
Cause you did a lot.
well, it's so I you know, when we talking about mistakes, we talking about people, we talking about life, where we coulda, shoulda, woulda, did, right? I never went the wrong way. I never smoked. I never drank. I never did anything. Ball was it.
Can you ball that?
Yeah.
Huh?
Can you ball that?
Hey, this is about 5 minutes.
Yeah, man.
Can't even ride right now.
Hey,
It's like that hot self push-ups I got.
I'm like G Money.
My dog.
I shoot jump shots now. About $20 a shot. Then I can't get up and down that coat.
Yes,
So-
sir.
I would say for me, man, it would be to seek my dad. Like, I never met him or never even thought about meeting him when I grew up, but just to, you know what I'm saying? Because I know this is like a lot that happened. Like, a lot of kids grow up, don't know who their father are. You know what I'm saying? But then they wait till they grown to seek out who their father are instead of the father trying to figure out, you know, where the child is and things of that nature. But just to seek him out, just to see exactly what he's doing, where he living, how he living. Just kind of see, like, what part of me is him.
Yeah.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, they didn't take it from there. Like, I don't have to reunite, hug, kid, you know, cry and all this stuff and ask why all these questions. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna cry.
Huh?
You gonna cry. You light skinned, man. You gonna cry.
Yes.
You know what? A lot of my I don't think that he have his chest. Like, I'm trying to get him with the nah, bro. My wife ain't seen you cry yet.
Hey, bro.
Wife haven't seen me cry yet.
Bro, I cry about 3 to 5 times.
But I take it back. She saw me cry one time.
What was it?
I was pissed. And I cry when I'm pissed. Like, you might want to move.
Shit.
So I had to control my emotions. That's one thing.
So he let him out in tears. Emotional tears of fear.
Emotional intelligence, baby. Not intelligence.
Angry.
Hey,
I
But-
cried at my wedding, bitch.
But no kid.
That boy cried.
You
Angry.
can't say that's a mistake. You're a child. I mean, a child is only. That's why I said what I said about me being a kid, us being kids. We're adolescents, man. Shame on him for not seeking you out and trying to be in your life. It wasn't your responsibility. So I want you to feel like it was a mistake that you didn't try to seek him out more or try to go down that path. You know what I mean? Like, being an adult, being a father now, we understand it's a choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
And it's not the burden on the kid. The burden is not on the child to do anything but be a child.
It's real.
You know what I mean? And your mind can wrap around that as an adolescent to be like, oh, I need to go,
Fell up my dad.
you know.
Yeah.
You may ask mama, you may ask grandma, you might, hey, you know what my dad did, and they can tell you whatever they tell you.
But some mama do.
And you buy into it. And for long, you just bury it down. But that's not on you. That's not a mistake. That's his mistake.
It is.
That's his mistake.
Some mamas throw that chemistry off though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you a great dude.
If we being real,
Your father was you.
yeah,
Right.
if we being real, some of the mamas throw that chemistry off. The daddy may want to be in the picture,
Right.
but
I'm living fat for that.
sometimes what say I don't been there, bitch. But
Still there, bitch.
hey, I would say because me and my dad got a great relationship, but it wasn't always great.
Yeah.
And I know, like, as I became a man, just looking back, some of that chemistry was thrown off because of mama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they both cool and understand now, but shit,
You grown.
we grown.
Yeah.
But younger, that some of these dudes stay, like my dad never stayed away, but some dudes, like you said, they stay away,
Not to deal with the drama.
not to deal with the drama.
Right. So let's hit this right here. Nobody ever taught me. So
I got
things that you picked up that you wish somebody would have told you. So for me, it's financial literacy.
Yeah.
Right. Like I really do believe my grandmother was the best budgeter known to man. But when she went to make bills, there was no place for a kid. I can remember her sitting at the dining room table with all her bills out, checks and cash.
Right.
And when you step up to try to figure it out, you get popped in the face. Right. So I grew up not even understanding credit or any of that good stuff. But my grandma understood it. But child should stay in the child's place. But the thing is, a child becomes an adult.
Right.
And if an adult doesn't give the child the game, then we fucked up. Cause I get the FAMU and I wasted my goddamn credit on a goddamn phone call, nigga. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Free slice of pizza.
Yeah, right up. We'll get you put your signature right here,
Right.
and we gonna give you 250 minutes on this phone call. I'm dating myself. This is 1999, but yeah, I'm getting phone calls so I can call back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not thinking nothing about my credit.
Yeah.
And screwing it up because there was no one to teach me that. So what do you guys think? Something that you wish somebody would have taught you as a jit?
All right, I got a question for you.
What's up?
So what you just said, revert back to a conversation a while ago, and the guy was telling you about your daughter. So are you teaching your kids financial literacy?
Oh yeah, they know what everything costs.
Okay.
Everything has a cost. Whether you leave the lights on, or you lose a sock, or you done messed up your shirt, it all has a cost. And so some people would say, well, why do you burden a child with numbers?
Right.
Because those numbers are gonna be their numbers. So they know what the mortgage is.
Yeah.
They understand that I go work, mama go work, and this shit, all this you see, ain't free.
Yeah.
It requires a heavy lift.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for every goddamn shoe you scuff up or you put a hole in, okay, that's another $120, $150, $200, depending on what it is.
Yeah.
Let's break this down into how many hours of work that take. You see what I'm saying? So that they have a full understanding so that they don't, my kids really don't even really be wanting nothing because they, in their mind, they be like, okay,
That's gonna cost me.
that's gonna cost. You see what I'm saying? If you ask them to spend their money, bro, they ain't spending their money.
Yeah. Right.
It's okay for me to spend mine,
Yeah.
but nah, they save it. And I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't trip. They got their little bread. They got a bank account, and they all got their little piggy banks and all that good stuff. Yeah, man, I'm making sure that I'm bumping that on them heavy, especially because, like I said, I didn't get financial literacy until I was down in my 30s, bro.
Yeah.
I was out there just fucking up,
Yeah.
straight up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
For me, I have like a 2-part. For one, I wish, been taught how to be a father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How to properly raise your kids and prepare them for the world. You know what I'm saying? Because you only teach your kids what you know.
Yeah. Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like the blind leading the blind, or you pretty much a guinea pig. I'm done with I ain't go to my mom. My mom did, and I ain't finna do what she did. I'm trying to do better.
Right.
You know, so that's the mindset we all have. I want you to live better, eat better, dress better, whatever. I'm gonna give you the life that I didn't have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then the two part was I wish somebody would have taught me how to be kind of like you, more of management of your life. You know what I'm saying? Because every level of your life is something. It costing you something each level. If you do something stupid, you get a felony that's gonna cost you. You know, so you hang around the wrong crowd, and let's say somebody gets shot or killed. Now you seen death.
Yeah. Right.
That costs you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a place at the wrong time and something happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That can cost you. You know, anything. You know what I'm saying? So I had like a strong upkeep that, you know what I'm saying, kept me from harm's way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, who knows? What sky's the limit. I'm doing good now, but you know, I wonder like where would I be if I was in that straight and narrow? It was like how white people do their kids. Keep them straight. Hey, everything is for a reason. You go here, you go do this, you go do that. Everything's for a reason. And they pretty much taking over their empire.
That's right.
Yeah, right. Who up next? I ain't heard.
Yeah, I can piggyback off financial literacy. That's my biggest. I didn't learn until I got in my 30s as well.
Yeah.
Like things didn't change for me until I got in my 30s. Like it was just, I was just out there. You know what I mean?
Hey, are you just piggybacking or are you following the question?
He asked, well, I was going to say what he said, but he said it first.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean?
I just want to make sure.
He did read it.
Yeah, he came out the gate first with it, but that's what I think, because I could have saved a lot of, if I would have had, like, it goes back to that mentor. If I would have had somebody to teach me this, and I'm real easy. I'm like a sponge, bro. You teach me something, you show me something, I'm going to run with it. But if I'm just out there, I'm just going to be out there. You feel me?
Thanks.
And I'm not a procrastinator. It's just, you don't know that. I'm an overthinker. Even as an adult, I am now. I overthink a lot. But I will take action on things, but I overthink a lot. You know what I mean?
Ain't nothing wrong with wanting to make sure that the plan is a plan.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You can't have what they consider
analysis and paralysis.
Exactly.
And sometimes it hits.
You know, it came cool because of that.
Yep.
In that question area, me personally, I've been taught a lot very young. And I've lived by it. Started out very young. So it's not a whole lot that I could wish I would have did different. I wish I would have known. What I really wish I'd have known, that caring for a lot of motherfuckers, that shit hurt. It break your heart in the long run because people let you down. You know what I mean? That's probably the biggest thing right there.
Yeah.
But financial literacy and all that, I was schooled on that young.
Yeah.
I used to school my friends on it.
Yeah.
Actual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, hey, what I used to say?
Credit, all kind of credit is king,
bro.
Your granddad used to drop it.
My granddad used to drop jewels, bro. I was young.
Yeah.
And he used to tell me all this stuff. He told me about property. He told me about
everything.
Credit, saving, all that. And find you a good woman.
Yep.
He said, if you don't find a good woman, all the rest of that shit don't mean that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't find a good woman, credit, all that shit going out the window because they're going to ruin it all.
So that again, who run it?
A woman.
Who run it?
A woman.
Hey, look, whoa.
I ain't bashing women. That wasn't no kids there.
Look, bro, look. 100%. My shit got straight because of a woman.
Yeah.
That's why he said, find a good woman.
Yeah. But no, your shit was already good.
Yeah.
And you said that a woman could fuck it up. I'm saying my shit was fucked up. And I got a woman that straightened my shit out.
Okay.
Yeah, my shit was like an S. Now my shit is straight.
We say all women. We just say, they can fuck it up.
Yeah, I
could be up here. Nah, you fuck around. Shit, not me.
Hey, look at him. So, as y'all will probably know, I've been married for about 24 years. Probably the longest in this group. Me and my old lady been together.
Thanks.
Say old lady. Since high school, 16 years old. I'm 46. Y'all do that math.
Shit. Now you old as fuck.
So, on the real,
good shit though.
A lot of people frown on marriage. I done had the best years of my life married. I've been with her more years than I've been without her. in this lifetime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we've been rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
So and it ain't hard to do. It's just we still have fun. We still get out. The fellas still get out. We still the fellas just came back from a guy's trip. Y'all can literally still do this thing and be married. Find you that one, lock in, and turn your life around, man.
Yeah. Look here. I like that. I like that. So let me get Cuz's rendition of the question. Cause he ain't said shit. And I know it's eating.
So
Eating
The one on the far end. See,
Just had a whole episode himself.
yeah. Hey, look, that boy long-winded, but
I was wondering if it was gonna stop.
hey, our granddaddy was a pastor. Can't help it. That boy get up there, I heard. Ha! Yeah, he better be on there for a while.
right.
But okay,
30
okay.
seconds. I'm on that 30 second.
2 o'clock. Look, let me give you this because I know you gonna have something to say about it.
Okay.
And please, 100%. Don't give me the watered down version. When it comes to females, what would you say to your younger self when it comes to females?
My younger self when it comes
Yeah.
to females.
No, hold on. Would you tell your younger self to focus on one woman? Would you tell them to chase love? Would you tell them that you have some misunderstandings about what females are? What you gonna say to them?
I'm gonna tell my younger self to live your life. Because what I do understand is how hard it is to find your life partner. So, live your life, and if you're dating, you're dating with a purpose, but it depends on your mindset. When you're younger, your mindset ain't on a house, kids, and marriage and all of that. It ain't on that. It's on I'm 17, 18, about to go to college. What do I?
and so I'm trying to bust, man.
Yeah.
That's what it's on.
So yeah, I wonder where we're going with
Yeah,
that.
me too, man.
I wonder. Okay.
So my younger self, I just tell them just to have fun, and you know, when the right one come, you'll know it.
Fuck so.
But when you're that young, you don't know. Just have fun. Like when you're young, have fun, enjoy it, and then when the right one come along, you'll know. But you got to know yourself to know who the right one is for you. But when it comes to women, man, listen. My mama tell me, so you can't service them all. I said, Ma, I'm gonna sure try. I'm just doing my community service, Ma.
Hey,
I'll try to keep the country safe.
That's why I ain't called main event for nothing.
Like that, you know what I used to tell them? Trying to lower the suicide rate.
That's it, man.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm doing God's work over here. You doing God's work.
But the thing is, I think because we had conversations back then, so I didn't never take nothing serious until a certain point.
Right.
And most people, when you first meet them, you're physically attracted to them. So then y'all take it to that level. But then when the dust settles and you start really learning about that person, like this ain't the person for me. I don't want to be boyfriend girlfriend for real. I just want to do this.
Yeah.
And so that what it was back in the day. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
wasn't nobody that really piqued my interest to be just locked in with like that. So just take it one thing at a time. But when you popular in the athlete, it's stuff come your way. So I can understand how some of these athletes and all this stuff, have all different type of women and stuff going on. People love that.
Yeah.
People love that. So I just say have fun, man. Continue to have fun and just do you.
All right.
That's it.
Light skin?
So, what's the question again?
Lord.
It was about an hour, and I forgot what the question was.
When it comes to women, what would you tell your younger self?
Come to women, I tell my younger self. I would say, I would trust him. Don't trust him. Like,
Okay.
So you done been burned a few times.
oh yeah.
Okay. What's it? Don't trust.
Yeah, okay. Like, don't believe when they holler they can't get pregnant. Don't believe, saying,
they just want to feel it raw and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful and take care of yourself and protect yourself. That's what I would say.
All right. Well, I would say to my younger self, have more fun. I have myself fun, but I would definitely have more fun.
When it comes to women?
Yeah.
Oh, you saying get your numbers up?
Way past. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Like I said back in prior episode, I dated. You know what I'm saying? I was a girlfriend. But
So you want to let your young self get your numbers up?
well, no, numbers is up.
But
But
that's it.
I wouldn't be more focused on dating. I'll be more focused on myself. You feel me? And then
Learn yourself.
and just enjoy life. You feel me?
Gotcha.
Instead of just locking in with somebody for however long a period of time, you wasting time right there.
yeah.
When you can just,
Not fast.
I mean,
Married since he was 16.
but that was different though. You can see it when they.
I was married at 16, nigga.
Oh, my bad. I seen it from the beginning. I seen it from the beginning.
Goddamn, that nigga is from Atlanta.
That shit that he got over there, bro, is different, bro. I seen it from the beginning. You feel me? And you knew from the beginning that what it was. You feel me? That shit don't happen to everybody. You know what I mean? And we spend time seeking what? You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
You feel me?
Chad?
All right.
Now,
There's
hold on,
go for it.
because I already know that you going to give me the Dr. Phil version.
Hey, okay.
I don't want the Dr. Phil version. I want the Delray Beach nigga version. Please. Slay.
Yeah.
Okay. Slay.
Yeah.
No, but what I would tell my younger self is just, shit. Have fun. Be careful who you give your energy to.
That one.
But again, I've been with my old lady young. So
Since he was 16.
I did right. Nigga, I tell her, nigga, you did it right, nigga.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Meet that one.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have met at 14.
But shit, we was friends. We never said, hey, you gonna be my old lady, we gonna date. What we doing? We never put no title on shit.
It just was.
That shit was. And we vibed and they say, no, bitch, we got married. Motherfucker, this shit. 7 years later. You know what I mean? It just worked.
Man.
So nigga said you did it right, bitch. Y'all better figure that shit out.
Man.
Hey, I live like a king, motherfucker. I said, hey, girl, what are we doing? I said that.
Who was that?
Better get like it.
Look, let me tell you something.
What's up?
So y'all, I appreciate that y'all had this a little bit more astute type answers.
Right.
But to my younger self, I'm only saying one thing.
Who was that?
You trying to get him.
You're still clear away from one female.
Nah, which one?
The bitch that hit me, bitch.
And they had to beat him
My
back.
whole life up.
Boy, you still.
Hey, bro,
Traumatized.
Yep. My dog still got trouble.
bro, you didn't see the episode where she jawed me. Jawed me, bro.
Now I heard.
And fucked up my goddamn relationship with my auntie for a hot 3 years. Only thing I would tell him, when you go in that English class, pick the one to the left, not the one to the right.
Damn.
They both wanted me. I went with the wrong one. I picked the wrong one.
Right.
And it set me on. I'm talking about money, emotional distress, family disorder, all that, bro. One person.
Oh,
You know who the fuck you are.
Yeah. It was a woman too, right?
What?
I feel sad.
So,
I mean, that came out kind of wrong. That came out kind of wrong. I mean, my bad. My bad. My bad, cuz. My dog.
what you drinking, bro?
Nothing. Water.
Yeah.
No,
Get the apple juice, bro.
Oh shit.
you say no, man. That came.
People said it was a
I mean,
Right?
I was going back off with shit.
Hey,
and
I was saying, right?
fuck your shit up. You know what I'm saying? I want to fuck your shit up.
Yes, a woman did fuck my shit up. Yes, she did.
Yeah. But you ain't the one that brought your shit back up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, can I get a drink?
After you answer this question, I'm coming straight back because you the one said don't trust. So Okay, now that you're grown,
Right.
now that you're grown,
Mhm.
what would you then say that you think that you don't need to necessarily have any baggage? What baggage do you think that you would tell your younger self to let go of because it took you a while to let it go? Maybe you're free of it now, maybe you're not.
Stick to your standards. Stick to your standards. Like
That's solid.
how sometimes we'll let our standards go down based on the women we date or the shit that we've been through, and we were like, yeah, why don't we do this and that? And women always try to play like they lower their standards for us, but at the end of the day, we don't stick to our standards because we always want to say, well, if I don't get this one, I'm gonna go to that one. No, you don't get that one. Don't worry about it. Trust me, it's 5 times more. You go to another country, it's 30 times more. You know what I'm saying? So
Would that country happen to be Colombia? No. Oh,
any country, shit, it'd be Africa.
okay.
It's continent. Continent surf.
Florida is his own country, nigga.
Yeah, the country of Florida.
It's no.
That's like them boys in New Orleans. Before say, I don't live in Louisiana, I live in New Orleans.
Okay.
Right. But nah, like, you know what I'm saying? Just stick to your standards, stick to your guns. Like, just who you are, what you want, what you believe that your woman you want to do should do if you're gonna marry her. Just have it all written down. Like, if she go through everything, because guess what? When you get married, that shit change, but some don't change, but some still stick to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. All right, give it to me, Will.
Now we're gonna go to main event. I want to hear what you gotta say.
Oh. Right on.
Put the clock on. You got it, cuz.
Well, you know, 5 minutes, but as okay. What's the question again, Cutto?
Damn, that boy, no,
What
you
bag-
put that boy to sleep.
You know? What is something that you used to believe that you no longer believe in? So, like, is there some baggage that you thought you had, beliefs that you had previous that now as an adult, either you don't want to have that baggage or you've been able to let that baggage go? What would you tell your younger self to help them release that baggage sooner or deal with that baggage sooner?
Yeah, the perfect life, Yeah.
Close to it, brother. Close to it. Close to it.
If you ain't got one, it's okay.
No, but I came to a realization that I live by this, that the hardest thing in this world is finding your life partner. And my first marriage, I settled. Most 9 out of 10 people don't get married for the right reason. Or even in a relationship, it's always a situation that bring people together, that they stick together. Whereas for longevity, because we've been together, so now I'm loyal, now gonna stay with this person. We locked into this lease together, or this mortgage together, or whatever it is. Like, oh, we got a kid together, and I didn't grow up with my mom or my dad, so I want to make sure that I'm here for that.
Yeah.
Like, people do and be in a relationship for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And main event was a motherfucker, man. And again, when I got divorced, I never thought I'd get married again because I know how hard it is to bring 2 people together as one that's on the same wavelength. You got to be 10 out of 10. And my old lady, 10 out of 10. That's why I locked in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have. And again, we settle when you don't have to. Because society, because other people, other influences tell you that you need to have this, 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 and this. No, the hell you don't, man. Live life on your own terms. So I've come to the realization as an older adult, understanding that,
Go ahead, call yourself on.
that hey, I'm gonna be who I'm gonna be, you're gonna be who you're gonna be, and we gotta make this thing work together.
Yep.
And if it ain't vibing, then I'm gonna exit.
Yep.
Because I don't have to deal with, because what we all have to understand is when you find peace in your life, can't nobody else do nothing for you.
Yeah.
Peace is priceless.
And only thing you can bring to me is peace. And that's what I'm talking about later. I don't need you for shit. I don't need you for a motherfucking thing, just peace. If I can't have that, then I don't need to be with you, because I'm at peace right now because I got my family, my friends, my kids. I'm Gucci. I can go what I want to do, what I want to do, and be with whoever I want to be with on any given day, any given hour, any given time. Yeah.
Could have been.
Right. Yeah. But again, my situation was like kind of like Cher's situation. I wanted my relationship to be the naturally organically for us to just be. And that's what I set my precedence on. I have to naturally, organically, I ain't forcing nothing. I'm not going to tell you that you need to be this. I ain't going to tell you need to wear your hair this way or that way, or you need to be able to do this and cook.
Yeah.
I'm not coming with, I have prerequisites, but I want it. I'm not telling you what it is. So you can go change to do what you want for me. Then once we get married, you change back to that old person.
Yeah. Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it was literally, hey, if I work for you, you work for me.
Yep.
And we just gonna be.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And the true test to anybody for if you're in a relationship or whatever you got going on with somebody, we all try to fill a void by going on dates, having people around, game nights and all this other bullshit, going on trips and all of that. But when you can sit 2 or 3 days and just be with a person,
COVID,
and just be. Me and my old lady can just be in the same room. I could be watching the game. She could be doing her little Sudoku or whatever the case may be, and we be, and that's fine.
Yep.
We don't have to feel the void of having to do something.
Yep.
Because we don't like you, because we don't have that equally
yoke.
You're not equally yoked.
If I don't do something, then I'll be fucking. Just saying. That's it. I had to feel the void. If not, your boy be wrong. I'm going on brunch just to get a break. It's just me. So sorry.
But also to that the last piece of it is understanding that people come with a lot of different host of issues and baggage. Everybody comes with their own things. Is when you realize that you finally come to realization that, hey, I really care about this person's feelings, and I know that I could be an asshole, so let me change the way I deal because I care about their feelings. And then once you start making those changes, then that's when everything start really lining up. So just understand that this motherfucker ain't perfect. You see him on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all these other different things. All them son bitches is on that single, men and women.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they portrayed like they perfect and they can run a resume and I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a this and that. I got this degree, I got all this and this and that and the third, but you single. Because there's something that, again, the two hardest things in the world is one, being a parent, and two, finding your life partner.
It is.
They got books on it, but everybody's different. Every kid is different. Yeah. We treat every kid, I got 4 kids, I treat every last one of them different because all of them I gotta do different. They receive stuff different from me.
Yeah. Yeah.
No different from a female, bro, or male. For when you dealing with multiple different people, everybody's different. So when you try to treat me the same way that the last nigga treated you, I'm not that nigga, man. Hold on, we gotta tighten up now, cause that ain't me.
Yeah.
But so everybody come with that baggage until they can really get rid of that. If I tell my older self now that I know that I didn't put up with shit, I didn't put up with it. But understanding that people just need some time to kind of realize that you're not that same person that because people are triggered by certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that.
That's what Will.
I ain't got nothing, bro.
You ain't got nothing.
I would have something.
What I would say is,
The Kennesaw happy like
stop trying to spare feelings.
It's a good one.
I used to try to spare everyone's feelings. I always carried that shit. My wife used to tell me all the time, man, let that shit go. Fuck that. She can bring it so easy. Me personally, though, I care about everybody. So I naturally want to I ain't want to hurt nobody's feelings, man. So people been done me wrong and I still just would never give it back to them. Or if it was a certain person I wouldn't vibe with, I never said nothing because I never wanted to hurt nobody's feelings.
Yeah.
So me, that's what I would have changed. You know what I mean? Coming through the path. So going back, that would be definitely stop worrying about other motherfuckers' feelings because they ain't care about yours.
All right. Well,
on that.
I don't know, bro. Like I struggle with. I don't necessarily think I have anything that I'm holding on to. That I like. I thought about it earlier today, and this is the hardest part of the question or the episode for me, just because I've done so much to where I'm solid. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have any old beliefs other than, I guess I would tell my younger self, similar to kind of what y'all was saying, man, just go in for it. Just jump. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it is fear. A lot of it is you didn't have the backing or whatever, but at the end of the day, all you fucking need is yourself.
That's it.
That's all you need. Yeah. But look here, we need to bring this one to a close. So I'm gonna say, I appreciate everybody for y'all input. America, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and follow.
No more.
I ain't no drinks. I'm tired. Fuck y'all. Anyway, this has been another edition of Real Spill, man. I'm your boy Floyd, man. For my partners, man, we'll see y'all on the next one.
Peace.
It's been real.
I can't see nobody stopping us. Yeah. We're unstoppable. Went through a whole lot of obstacles. I swear we did the impossible. Run all that paper, then fuck it up.